and this is a asymmetrical semi-cooperative board game based on the French comic book with the same name. In this comic book, the Earth has been plunged into a new ice age, and the only surviving humans are trapped on a train that's continually running around the planet forever, but also keeping them alive. In this game, each player is going to be controlling one of 3 social classes of passengers on the train, each corresponding with their own specific social hierarchy and a function on the train. Players are going to have to take ownership of their different areas and cooperate in order to survive to the end of the game, but then they're also going to want to be achieving their own personal objectives in order to gain the most victory points and influence, which means that there might be different revolts and conflicts between the different social classes and between the different players. The game's played over several rounds, with an event card being drawn at the beginning of each round, which can be beneficial or detrimental, affecting the player's resources, passengers, or the train itself. But then players will be choosing a set of action cards from their own unique action deck, using those cards to do things like move passengers around on the train, repair different areas of the train, or even attack the other players. But players can also negotiate during the action phase, trading different items and services in order to try and get the other players to do what they want. Each of the action cards that players play will also have an initiative value associated with them, and then they're going to be revealed and resolved in initiative order. Depending on the current speed of the train, players are going to have to draw up a certain number of railroad cards, and that's going to determine the direction and the distance that the train travels, as well as any effects that might pop up. This means that there might be some new surprises that players have to deal with on their future turns, but then the final phase is the rest phase, where any of your working passengers must be fed, but then any of the passengers that weren't put to work are able to repopulate, which can then add more workers into your pool. All the players lose the game if the event card runs out. Player loses all of their passengers, or the train does not go in the right direction, reaching the death marker on the board instead of its final destination. But if the train does reach its final destination, then the ice age comes to an end and all the players survive, but the player with the most influence points at the end is the only winner. And if you're interested in this IP, or if you'd like to learn more, I have links down below.